they was telling me like, you got to do what's best for you. So for example, like somebody out there signing like a 70k deal for their song might be better off for them than me signing a 70k deal, if that makes sense.
So when you now get to a point where the song is just, I saw Austin tweet about it, like it being on the main Spotify playlist stream. But walk me to the point where the labels start getting interested. Was it more than one label that was interested? So how did you deal with that process?
I think that's the most hard process of an artist, going through like labels, because like it's not to like be rude to any artist, but like for me, every artist out there doesn't owe like time to a label, if that makes sense. So it's about like how I see it for like every artist. It's like meeting a girl kind of. So you take a girl comes to you and it's like, rah, I can do this for you, I can show this, I can put this on the table. But at the start you're thinking, rah, like, can I really trust you? Like, can you really do these things for me? But when everybody's telling you at once, it's like, wow, do you go with A or do you go with B or C? So I had meetings here and there. And then I just kind of went with my instinct and prayed, to be honest. And then it's going very well with the label I'm actually with right now. They're doing very well. Yeah.
You got Zion over there.
Yeah.
You got Richard.
Yeah, Tasha, Kia, Tom. Some great guys.
So, I mean, that part there, and I think that's the bit where everyone almost nowadays releases a video, hopes it does well, and then potentially gets a label. But as you said, like when you have all those options, not that you're going to upset somebody, but you know you have to tell somebody no and tell somebody yes. So, and we've all heard, not saying this is for you, but we've all heard the stories of like when deals go wrong. So what kind of advice or what kind of mentoring were you getting at that point to help you make your decisions?
I came with two of my friends. So it was like literally me, my friend, and my other friend, Paddy and Ronaldo. So as like three young boys that have come from the ends, it was like, cool, we got to make decisions wisely. And like, for me, like what a lot of people don't really know is that I've got a lot of friends in the scene already that have been through this already. So it's like, they was telling me like, you got to do what's best for you. So for example, like somebody out there signing like a 70k deal for their song might be better off for them than me signing a 70k deal, if that makes sense, because like I might be in a better position than them, if that kind of makes sense. So that was the kind of mentoring I was getting, and I just took it on board and was like, yeah, do you know what? What's best for me is most probably doing this, and then later on, you never know, I could start doing my things by myself and just keep it like inside and then go back again. So like, because for me, like the whole thing about being with a label, I don't really like go with that whole like side. I just think if it's best for you, go for it. Like,
because what I will say, and added to that, is leverage is always important. When you have the dynamics are, you have something that they want.
Yeah, exactly.
So and as long as you know that, then it's like, okay, cool, you want this. That's why it's almost like the whole dynamic for a man and a girl. Like, you want this, well, what am I going to get for this? And what are you going to ensure for this? And then also, like, they generally want to get sometimes a long-term commitment. Yeah, it's true. And you're like, no, like, let's see how this one goes. We come back to the drawing board. If it goes well, then we'll level up.
Exactly, and that's how the best way to do it is.
Exactly, yeah. Like I said to you, I saw you at the cadet show, and when you came on, I was like, yo, who's this guy? Because I told you that's my first time seeing you, and the whole audience knew word for word the record. And my prediction is, I think your tune next year is going to do a madness. Like when it starts to really get battered on radio and this and that. But still being in the ends, is it ever a bit like, man, them think that like I'm balling now, like they know I'm kind of like moving in the set. Not that they're trying to check my pockets, but how do you deal with that whole part where people are now probably asking you for things that they never would ask for you before?
It's funny you say that. I was literally having this conversation with my mum. Like, I think it's the most hardest thing to do with, because like it's like I feel now everything, like for example, like some of my friends, like, not to draw anybody out, but it's like,
change it up.
Yeah, like little things like before, like you would do, they take it as, right, I've just did this for you, so can you not get me this for free, or can you not do this for free? Like, for example, like there may be an event and I'm going to, and I say, guys, just to save me some like hassle, buy a ticket and I'll just take you backstage after, like little things like that. But it's like, raw, can't you pattern this? Or so it's like, you just got to take a mental note of it, to be honest. But in terms of the ends, like some people just don't want like the best for you, but you just got to keep going.
How does that manifest in terms of not wanting the best for you? How do you internalize that?
Do you know it's hard? Because it's not like you can't not bump into them. You see, I could go back to ends right now and I'm seeing like some of them and they're saying, yeah, they're proud of me and all of that. But it's like, you just got to mental note and just keep going, man.
There's the things like, yeah, bro, keep doing your thing. But like, we're cool because now you should be doing something for me now. Yeah, exactly. And the time you told them no is when the energy changes. Yeah.
I think saying no to someone as like, and not even just as an artist, but like somebody that's got like a bit of status or clout, it's the worst thing. Like sometimes I'm afraid to say no to somebody because it's like, it just causes too much like bad energy. It's not like, I think the worst thing as well is like a lot of people like, what's the word? Think that you can't come and do something again. Like there's a lot of artists out there as well that come out with a big song and it's like the jump's so big. I didn't know this jump was gonna be so big. I thought like some people start off and get like 100, then 3, then 5, then 8, then 1 million, and that's where they go. But mine was like literally from less than 50k, I'm on 20s, exactly, to like bang, 6 million. So it's like, it's a big jump. So people start immediately saying, "Raw, can you do this again? Can you do this again?" But it's like, only time will tell, like, for like people like me.
And I'll be honest, like that's even in my mind, I'm like, this is big. This is big. So to the point where you said only time will tell, but are you now feeling a bit of the pressure because the song's just moving? Like you could just sit back and not do anything. That song is just growing almost without you, and you have to catch up with it. So how do you deal with that next stage of like, okay, what am I going to be dropping next year, or how's that process now working for you?
Do you know what? I love the process because I think to myself, like, the more I live, the more content like I'm getting to do, like more songs. Like I think since I've like actually dropped the song, I've written like more songs than ever. Just come up with everything, and I feel like anything I do now is just like good, and like it sounds bad but like funny at the same time. But like I won't really show my friends my songs because like I feel that my friends can just tell me, yeah, that's a good song. It's a good song. I'll most probably show somebody out like on the street, "Raw, what do you think of this song?" And they'll tell me, "Yeah, I like this." Then I'll show them barking after, and they'll say, "Raw, this one's better." Then I know, cool, I'm in the right place.